video, girl. Cause we shout out to the Brooke Ashley because we do not have a minute to spare, honey. I have been wasting my time, not really wasting my time. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We are down here, girl. I was watching Amanda Seales on Shannon Sharp. I was finishing watching it, and I relate to her so much. I relate to her so much. There are so many things like sound bites that she said towards the end that I actually want to like clip and share because she said some really, really good um things. Everything. She said a lot of things. She said a lot of things. I really think the story with her and Issa Rae was really effed up. I really think that she was treated effed up. The girl, you not liking her because of the she portrayed the character that you wrote so well that you started to like feel like she was like that character, this bougie character. Girl, hold on a second. All right, that's better. Girl, I couldn't see me. It was like it was like it was like it was like not blurry but like dark. So hopefully I have enough mushroom coffee to last me this time. We don't have time to be talking and shucking and jiving down here. We don't have the time for none of that. We have to get straight to the point of the points. So I'm gonna go to my Twitter because I was talking about Amanda Seales this morning, and oh, I'm so glad that damn dryer. I'm so glad that damn dryer went off right now. I do want to make me some more mushroom coffee. I'm about to go make me some more. I'll be right back. All right. So we're back to talk about um Amanda Seales. I think Amanda Seales is a Virgo moon. I remember one time in the comments I asked where was Virgo in her chart. It's either she either has a Virgo moon or Virgo Mercury because she talks so much. Like talk, 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 talk. Talk, 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 talk. Your Virgo is in Mercury. You talk a lot. Shout out to the Virgos in Mercury. Girl, it's just a lot. I trust me, I know. And I recognize that in her. And I think she affirmed in the comments because I asked her and she said she was a Virgo moon. It's either a Virgo moon or it might be a rising. It's either her moon or rising. Um, I don't think it's Mercury. I think it's either her moon or rising. So she likes to run her mouth. So this is perfect because I was like, how do you do 3 hours with Shannon Sharp? At the beginning of the interview, I watched it on 1.25. And like I said on Twitter, I got to an hour and I was already like too much. At the beginning, I think she was trying to get, I don't know, like it felt like what Shannon was doing was kind of trying to negate her experiences, which happens so many times with women, not just black women, but with women in particular. Basically, you share your experience, and then everyone, or there's always this one person who feels like they have to negate your experience and stick up for the person they don't even know who the person is. They're just sticking up for the person who harmed you, you know what I mean, or who you had the experience with. And it's really not unnerving, and it's annoying, and it's hurtful because it's like you're trying to, who are you, like that's what I always ask when I'm in the comments. I'm always asking, who are you defending right now? Like, your girl, hold on a second. So what I was saying was, it's really annoying to, we're doing this like this. It's really annoying to be in a conversation with someone and that person take the position or feel like that person is defending this person that you have no, why are you positioning yourself to defend a person in a story where you weren't even there? Why don't you just listen to what my experience was? Why are you in defense of this unknown person? You don't even know this person. Why are you trying to defend? You understand what I'm saying? That's what Shannon was doing at the beginning of the interview. And I was like, why is he doing that? When she told the story about the teacher being racist, do you know how many times children come in contact with racist teachers? Like, why are you taking the position of, well, maybe that was just you being a kid and speaking and questioning an adult? First of all, if you're a teacher, you should expect the students to ask you questions, and if they challenge you, even better, because then you can demonstrate for the class how to answer a question, or if you don't know, say you don't know and we can research together. But a teacher should not be in a position to where they're acting like I'm in authority or hierarchy over you because I'm an adult and therefore you can't question me. Why would you even take that position? That doesn't even make sense. And then it just feeds into that narrative that women are always being told that what you're experiencing is not what you're experiencing. Maybe it's just you. And, to Amanda's credit, maybe it is her. Anyway, she's the common denominator. Duh, yeah, she's the common denominator. She's the one who, in spaces, is telling the truth or speaking up for what's right or whatever the deal is. And you are in an environment, especially in the entertainment industry, where you're just supposed to shut up and take it and take whatever is given to you. Even if you don't want it, you better take it. And if somebody like who has a personality like that, they're not welcomed into spaces. And then I really appreciate her talking about when somebody said they don't like you because you're light skinned, and then people acting like that's not real, like that's not a real thing, that the infection and the side effects of colorism and racism is that one way or the other side is going to have some feelings about the other. Like that's not real. Like the whole thing with Potomac, y'all acting like that's not real and it's not happening. It's like, stop fucking playing in people's faces. She said something at the end where I want to damn, I wish I'd bookmarked it or at least clipped it. Um Hold on. Um she said, okay, hold on, let me get that. First of all, this is what I said. I said, yeah, I might be the common denominator in all of my failed relationships because they were all fucked up and I wasn't going to take their fucked up ways. Yeah, it was me. I'm the big black pussy cat. Yeah, sometimes it is you. Sometimes you are the common denominator. You are the one that is always going to have something to say about some shit that doesn't look right to you. You're always the one that got to talk louder than everybody else. You're always the one that got to shake the table. Erica, I know, let me tell you something. I know what it's like. And I know what it's also like to stick up for people who don't want to stick up for themselves. I've done it a lot in the corporate environment where people don't want to stick up for themselves and you stick up for them. And then when it's time for them to stick up for themselves, they cower and you look like the troublemaker. Trust me, I know, because you are the one that's going to say, this is not right. You're the one that is going to break up the scene. You're the one that's going to actually tell the truth. You're the one that's going to unwind some folks' eyes. You the one that's going to shake some shoulders. Oh yeah, I know. I know exactly where she's coming from. And God damn it, if I'm the common denominator in all of that shit, then so fucking be it. And I'm glad she's at a place where she understands just because we share identity doesn't mean we're in community with each other. Them people coming after her, the journalists coming after her who have never met her, who don't know her, who are creating articles in black media, and they're like coming after Amanda Seales, is wild as hell. But like I said, if you understand who you are and you understand what your mouth do and how people receive you, you have to understand that everybody's not going to like the taste of your medicine. They're not. That's why she calls her show in small doses. Everybody can't take all of that. Somebody who's confident, somebody who bigs himself up, somebody who affirms themselves, somebody who tells the truth about a situation, who comes out of having a low self-esteem with a people pleaser energy, who comes out of that, right? And is like, okay, no. First of all, no. Number two, this is wrong. And that's just what it is. And then be confident and then be smart. People don't like that. People don't like that. People are intimidated by that, threatened by that. People who aren't secure in themselves. That's what she said when at the end, where she said, when people say you're full of yourself, you better be full of yourself. You better be fucking full of yourself, because ain't nobody gonna fill you up but you. And if you full of everybody's validation, external validation of you, when they turn their back on you, you're gonna be empty. You better be full of yourself. I said, you goddamn right, Amanda Seales. And you better know how you show up. If you're going to be a truth teller, Cat Williams, if you're going to be a truth teller, Monique, if you're going to be a truth teller, you're going to have to know you're not going to be accepted into spaces. People are not going to like what you have to say, because you unwind eyes and you go against what the status quo is. You go against all that, and people are going to like you for no other reason than you just being who you are. They're not. Some people will not like you for being brave enough to go against the bullshit. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like what they wish they had in themselves to do. They see a part of your personality, so they don't like that part of your personality because they don't embody it themselves, and they wish that they did. And then those be the main ones. After they criticize you, turn around and try to duplicate the shit you do. But understand they'll always be a motherfucking bootleg. Trust, because there's only one you. There's only one you. So you better be full of yourself. You better be full of yourself, girl. And you operate from kindness and love, and you're not a mean person. You're not trying to do things to people. Don't worry about it. And you still telling the truth about the situation. Don't worry about it. I'm glad she's at that place. Where does she say? Here she goes. Hold on. Here she goes. Oh, shit. My Bluetooth. Hold on. I was about to put that thing in my mouth, but I don't want to hold glass in your mouth on your teeth. It's not good for your teeth. Even though you could just hold it with your lips, it's still not good for your teeth. Okay. Let's listen to what Amanda has to say.
Moves the guesswork of ulterior motives. I am what I am. What you see is what you get. Whatever you hear me saying is what I'm saying. And to me, that is such an easier route. You know, and I found people in my life over time that really see that that is such a dope way to exist. And it's been a blessing. So when you asked me earlier about like people who have protected me and like people who understand me, like it's those people who see that as a gift, not as an attack. Have you ever hugged anybody that you didn't like or shook their hands? I mean, I'm sure I did when I was less sure of myself and when I felt like I needed to play the game. You know, I've had self-esteem and inferiority complex issues for a long time, and I've had to learn how to love myself as who I am and be okay with that, and also understand the repercussions of that. Okay, it's okay with.
Shannon Sharp has a nice smile. He smiled after he said, okay, I was like, okay, Shay. Your ignorant ass. He was pissing me off at the beginning of that interview. He can, maybe. No, maybe nothing, motherfucker. I'm telling you. And I'm glad she checked him right then and there. Like, no, you're not about to do that. You're not about to take somebody's side. You don't even know this fucking person. Why are you trying to defend them? That's why I be trying to ask people like, what are you defending exactly? When you like, what are you defending exactly right now? Why are you taking this position right now? You got to ask people that, because I think people are just like, we live in a victim blaming society, so they're automatically going to try to figure out a way to blame you for what happened to you, like you somehow some way were the cause of this happening to you. It wasn't that this person was an evil piece of shit. It was that you must have did something. There's always like, let me figure out a way to make you the person that deserved the treatment. It happens all the time, but especially with women. The thing that keeps popping into my head is when Amara La Negra was on the Breakfast Club, and she was talking about how she experiences colorism. And he literally said, you don't think maybe that's just in your head?
That too. For the most part, I'm coming from the Latin market into the American, and this is the struggles that we have.
Right? You can say
sure
you don't.
It's not in your mind.
We just
It's not because you.
What? What? Are you telling me that what I'm experiencing is not what I'm experiencing? Because a lot of them, and for them, like niggas like them, they operate from a space of deception and gaslighting. So they're always trying to figure out a way to make you to switch the scenario and make the narrative about you were doing something, and it couldn't have been what was really happening. It was that you just thought that maybe it was just in your head. That wasn't really what's happening. Like he told her, like you act like kids don't run into racist teachers or experience racism in school. Especially in a private school setting, and where people are looking at you like you don't even fucking belong there. You don't belong here, little black girl. What are you doing, light skin and all? You don't fucking belong here, girl. You're only here because they trying to meet a quota, all that shit. You know how many black kids get that? Do you know how many black kids get that? Just that you only here because you black and all that other dumb shit, girl. Trust me. And where do they learn it from? Their parents. They're learning the racism from their parents. Don't you think that you don't think the teachers know racism and understand I mean, like, are not racist towards kids, and those biases don't, affect the children in the classroom? Come on. We're not gonna play those games. And that's what I'm talking about when I be like, are y'all on team stupid for real? Are y'all just playing? Because you really can't, like, if you really just use common sense, it's just like, what? And the story about the party, everybody heard about that party. We remember when it happened, and we remember the narrative around it was she went in there causing trouble. And I was just like, girl, and that nobody talks to her. She doesn't have any friends on the set and all this other stuff. And it's like, and she like said, how can I be a mean girl on your set? How could you be mad at me for portraying a character you created? Now you have an attitude towards me because you feel like I'm the embodiment of this character that you created. I don't have nothing to do with that. And like she said, that's some shit. You don't like me? Here, here, let me let you hear this one.
So I was justified in that. People mad at me because I said, if you got Nikes and Jordans, if you
Oh
got
no, not this one.
It's Vanessa. I just want you to know that. So none of this has anything to do with Issa. That's the first thing she says. None of this has anything to do with Issa. So I just want you to know that. But I do want you to understand that it was me who kicked you out the party. Okay. So I just want you to know that the reason I kicked you out the party is because I don't like you. Okay. Well, that's all I need to know. There's nothing else for us to talk about. And I hang up. She calls me back immediately. Why'd you hang up? I said, because there's nothing else for us to talk about. She says, don't you want to know why I don't like you? No, not actually. Actually, I don't. No, I don't, because it's none of my business. I've never done anything to you. And for you to put me in harm's way off of literally nothing means that I don't need to talk to you about why you don't like me. You need to talk to your therapist about why you don't like me. And I hung up the phone. She called back? No, she called around. She started a smear campaign. Oh. So this whole time,
And then she said that she's also on the spectrum. She was just recently diagnosed. A lot of adults are getting diagnoses now because they didn't understand. We didn't have the language or the techniques or the procedures or the approaches. They weren't there for children who show up the way Amanda. I can imagine Amanda in a classroom raising her hand to give the right answer. I'm trying to help the whole team. We a group here. I'm just trying to help everybody out. I know the answer. I know the answer. You can probably see her having um, conflicts as it relates to her complexion. We're not going to act like that does not happen. We're not going to act like little dark skinned girls say mean things to light skinned girls. And then because of what has been taught to them, and them automatically assuming that because her skin is light, she thinks she's better than. And then on the other end of that, you have those girls who are light and truly believe that they are better than. And so they act a certain way. So you have both instances happening here. And you do have kids who have lighter complexion who get bullied and talked about and harmed and faces cut and all that other shit. We're not going to act like that doesn't happen. So I could see that happening to her, in addition to her personality, in addition to being curious, in addition to being smart, that people are going to be like, girl, no. In addition to being like, that's not right. In addition to knowing what you actually are talking about and then shutting up when you don't know what you're talking about. But ironically, you're in a space that you have an activist type of energy and spirit, but you're in a environment like the entertainment industry where that's like a role that you play. But for real, then people are about themselves. They're not about, it's very, you have to find, if you find you a group of people that you're about helping, it's literally about who you know. And for that girl to turn around and start like making waves for Amanda simply because I don't like you. Why you don't like me? Because the character. What do you don't like me for? I've done nothing to you, so you have no reason. I don't even have to know why you don't like me because I know I haven't done nothing to you. You're operating on a space and you're projecting something onto me that you are deficient in yourself and you have a problem with it because I exude it. And since you're deficient in it, you don't like it. Girl, we know how you're a hater. Basically. Bitch, you was a hater. You was a hater because she exuded something that you couldn't possess even if you tried. And that's what you have to understand. When you have all of those things and she's smart on top of that, you have to understand that just because we share identity doesn't mean we're in community, but that still does not mean you don't stand on your principles and continue to advocate for whatever you advocate for. Period. You think I give a damn if somebody doesn't like what I have to say about not being an advocate of marriage and the critiques that I don't give a fuck. There's a lot of black women who do not like what I have to say. A lot of women that don't like what I have to say. Do you think I'm gonna stop speaking up? Somebody told me in the comments yesterday, y'all say decenter men and all you do is talk about men. No, what you're doing is trying to silence somebody by saying if you really decentered men, you wouldn't talk about. So that means I'm supposed to shut up and not let the next group of girls know what the fuck they about to be met with. Don't try to silence me, motherfucker. That don't work over here. That don't work over here. You say you decent to men and all you do is talk about men because I'm letting the next girls who have their knapsacks on trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and why they're feeling like this and why does it always seem and why. I'm here when they're walking down that fucking road with a speaker on the outside of that little adobe structure and she can come and sit her ass in here and hear what the fuck I gotta say so a light bulb can go off in her fucking head and she can have a better road ahead. That's why, girl, motherfucker. That's why, motherfucker. Shit. And people want to silence. They use different ways like that to attempt to silence you. No, because you know what the fuck I'm saying is truth. And as soon as the girls tune into this frequency, they're going to have a better road ahead of them with the tools that I'm going to give them for however long they sit here. Because after a while, what I'm saying may not resonate anymore, but you good and goddamn well going to leave with something that's going to help you along the way. Period. Tell me, motherfucker. And what else did she say? Here she go.
It's people's lives. So I was justified in that. People mad at me because I said, you know,
listen to this.
If you got Nikes and Jordans, if you got money for Nikes and Jordans, you got a passport, you're losing. Amanda Seals is a member of the petty bourgeoisie. She is making fun of the disenfranchised passport black folks. What are you talking about? Do you understand these people don't want us here? They don't want us here. We need to be able to get out of here. Right. When you go all over this world, white people are everywhere. Did you know that? They're everywhere, having a great time. And we be thinking that we are only allowed to be here. This world is for us. We are the bottom line. We are the creators. So why would we not make sure that we have access to everything instead of limiting ourselves to consumerism? We can do both. Yes. We can do both. And one thing I've had to learn is just like, sometimes I just be talking. Right. Now, by the way, the reason I sent that text is because I was sitting in the Paris Charles de Gaulle airport and the nigga I was seeing, I had texted him and said, I got to Paris. I can't wait for you to get your passport and travel with me. And he had said, I don't need a passport. I travel in my mind. That sounds like somebody saying. And that's what made me say that tweet. But again, no further context, but
that's why she sent the tweet. If you got a fucking closet full of Jordans, some people don't want passports. Why? If nothing, your ancestors want you to do more is to unbind yourself to the land that they were brought to unwillingly. I'm just saying, something to think about. Anyways, I'm going to go. Take care of each other. I thought the interview was pretty good. I'm glad Amanda was able to get out what she wanted to say. I feel like Shannon's platform has become a space where people who are told to shut up can actually have their say. Like if you look at the theme of what Shannon's shows has become, what his platform has become, it's a space for people who are always told, just be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Don't tell the truth about situations. Cat Williams, Monique, you can see a theme here, right? Telling the truth about situations and people telling you to shut up. And look at the industry they're talking about, right? And it's expecting that there's some camaraderie in this industry based on your identity, and learning that just because we share identity doesn't mean we are in community. And you need to literally find your tribe of like-minded people and like-hearted people, and who operate on the same frequency where there's harmony. When you're operating in a space where the people are creating this harmony, you have to remove yourself. It's not harmonious here. We're not on the same frequency at all. Y'all on some other shit. And it's sounding like static. So let me move out. Y'all can harmonize, because my energy is not harmonizing over here. So y'all continue with the fucking song you are singing, and we'll go over here and do something else. And that's it. And I'm glad she understands that now, because it is hurtful trying to look to a group of people expecting that they'll protect you, but you're speaking the truth about their community, and those people are profiting from the silence of people. And you coming in here breaking up the scene is creating disharmony. Where they're singing the low vibrational songs that they're singing is working for them, and it doesn't work for you. So that's good that she understands that now, and I'm glad she understands that now. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.